Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, kicking into high gear, soccer fans celebrating Canada's first World Cup match on home soil. Road repairs, why dozens of volunteers are patching potholes themselves on the Fort Mac Highway. And commandeered by caterpillars, campers looking for refunds as swarms of bugs cover campgrounds.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Canada is on the board at the FIFA World Cup. The men's national team scored its first goal on home turf. It was enough to end the game against Bosnia in a draw and give Canada its first point in a World Cup. While all this happened thousands of kilometers away, the excitement rippled right across the country, including here in Edmonton. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has the story.
These students from St. Nicholas Junior High School are excited for Team Canada's first World Cup game on home soil. They have another reason to cheer. This is the former school of team captain Alfonso Davies. An injury kept Davies off the pitch today, but that didn't keep these young fans down.
I'm just excited to watch Canada play.
I just want to see Canada go in the finals, probably against France.
The school's soccer academy will be watching all of Canada's World Cup games. Their instructor, Dino Bazzarelli, says cheering for the team on home soil gives his students hope that they will one day play in soccer's biggest tournament.
There's light at the end of the tunnel now. The kids, we used to just watch the World Cups. Canada wasn't participating at that point. Now we're watching Canada, and one of our own is the captain of the men's team.
Cameras caught another familiar captain in the stands. Connor McDavid was cheering on Canada in Toronto, while more soccer fans here gathered in a place where they usually cheer for McDavid.
I've actually been to BMO Field, so it's kind of like a bit of memories.
The world here in Canada is fantastic. Like, obviously it'd be awesome to be in like Toronto or Vancouver, but here even the vibe is pretty awesome.
Very cool.
It's amazing.
It sucks they couldn't be here, but it's whatever.
Soccer fans across the city are excited to see Canada in the World Cup, even if they are supporting other teams in our group stage.
We have two teams to cheer for right now, and they're playing against each other, so it's kind of tough right now.
Bosnia and Herzegovina fans are conflicted but overjoyed about seeing both of their teams play in the World Cup, Bosnia's first appearance since 2014.
They're both in my heart, so it's very hard to decide, but I'm born Bosnian, so I have to cheer for now.
At the end of this, it's either Bosnia or Canada, no other team.
Canada's next World Cup matchup is against Qatar, June 18th. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
And if you're looking for a World Cup watch party, head to our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca, for a full list of parties happening in our city. And if there's a watch party you don't see on our website, you can also let us know about it. Spruce Grove's Energy City Cactus Rats have been given an ultimatum by its league. The team's new ballpark on the outskirts of Spruce Grove has been under construction for more than 3 years. Last week, the Cactus Rats organization said it planned to play its home opener in the park with no fans attending. Fan access would be rolled out in phases in the future. The opener ended up being postponed because of rain. Now the Western Canadian Baseball League says the ownership group must provide a plan to bring the Metro Ballpark up to standards by this Tuesday. Games scheduled for the next 3 days have been moved or postponed. The WCBL says it will decide if the stadium is usable during a meeting Tuesday night. Campers may encounter some unexpected creatures this weekend. Some Alberta campgrounds have been taken over by tent caterpillars. As CTV's Nicole Weisberg reports, if you want to cancel your trip, it's too late for a refund.
Like many Albertans, the Bodkers camped to connect with nature and unwind. But when the family pulled into their campground last night, they considered turning around.
There was thousands of them, all over the ground, all over signs, and I was like, I don't know if we're camping this weekend.
They're a little unsettling when they're just all around you and you can't even help but walk all over them.
Tent caterpillars are busy chewing away at the leaves in Pigeon Lake Provincial Park, as they've been for some time, apparent in many areas.
The stems are all sitting there. completely empty.
On Thursday, Alberta Parks issued a notice about the caterpillars here, saying because this is a naturally occurring and intermittent phenomenon, they aren't able to provide advance notice of the conditions and will not provide a refund.
It is what it is. You're camping in nature. This is their home, right?
Numbers were up last year, and so when the population builds, it sort of explodes.
Entomologist Ken Fry says these outbreaks happen in cycles, roughly every 10 years. And while it may seem they are destructive, it's a normal part of nature.
When you get a little bit of thinning, that's good for a forest, right? It helps keep it vibrant and rich.
He does say in urban areas, trees may not be able to survive the defoliation, so homeowners may want to battle back. Here, the best course of action could be taking a page from these kids.
They're really cool. They're soft.
In July, the caterpillars should turn to moths, says Parks Canada, and infestations can last 3 to 6 years. Reporting from Pigeon Lake, Nicole Weisberg, CTV News.
Traffic is moving again in both directions on Yellowhead Trail after a school bus drove into the ditch. The school bus crashed into the ditch near 50th Street. Our camera, who was on the scene, says a new bus was brought in to transport the uninjured passengers. Son could be seen apparently receiving medical attention near the crash site. We're waiting for details from police, and we will update this story when those details become available. The province is creating a panel to come up with a dollar figure for the estimated cost of separating from the rest of Canada. The UCP government has ordered an independent analysis of the economic impacts of separating. Alberta's finance minister says voters need, quote, clear and credible information so they can make an informed decision on the fall referendum. The University of Calgary School of Public Policy will conduct the study. An advisory panel led by economist Jack Mintz will provide input and consultation. Political scientist Lori Williams says she hopes for critical analysis of the panel's numbers as well as figures being distributed by others.
There will be critical assessment of the outcome of this panel. There will be critical assessments of the figures that have been produced by Alberta Prosperity Project and Stay Free Alberta. And it's going to be those critical assessments of the data that's put forward that I think will be more helpful to Albertans.
The final report is expected late this summer. The referendum is October 19th. Drivers in Fort McMurray say they're fed up with the condition of the only highway in and out of town. Some locals say if the province won't fix the potholes on Highway 63, they'll do it themselves. That's prompted action from the province and a warning from the RCMP.
A little stretch. Here's one bump here. Oh, yes.
More than 45,000 drivers travel on Highway 63 through Fort McMurray every day. Many say they're frustrated by the number and size of the potholes covering the only road in and out of the municipality.
I've never seen them like this. You're driving like this.
Allison Fifield is one of them. She was supposed to drive to Edmonton in late May until a pothole on Beacon Hill ended her trip early.
I thought the frame of my car and everything went down in this hole. Like, my rim is bent, it's cracked, my tire won't hold pressure.
Since April, we've been talking to the government, talking to the officials. You guys have to figure it out. And no one is even listening. It's all empty promises.
Local businessman Mohammed Tarabin decided to take matters into his own hands. He says it took 3 days to organize a team of 80 volunteers who are working together to patch the road themselves.
Oh, we're doing all day, man, till there's no more asphalt.
It's very admirable what he's doing, but I also feel like it's not their responsibility.
Highway 63 maintenance is a provincial responsibility. Alberta's transportation minister says he's heard about the volunteers.
We understand that they're frustrated, but we are encouraging them to make sure that the professional road builders can go out there and do their job, and because we want everybody to come home safely.
The volunteers have also caught the attention of the RCMP, which says it will be keeping an eye on the group. Police say being on a roadway poses significant risks, and there could be tickets issued for impeding highway traffic.
That's the main thing, is safety. We just want to make sure that no one gets injured. I think it does send a message to the province for certain.
Dreeshen says, coincidentally, crews started repairing the roads today.
They will see the highway maintenance contractor out there today and with the better type of asphalt to be able to repair those potholes.
I'm not too sure where they are, but they're not here for sure.
The province says it's working to transfer authority of Highway 63 through Fort Mac to the municipality. Councillor Don Scott hopes that will be finalized this summer.
We're just so much more responsive, and we hear from residents firsthand. So we're in a much better position to deliver those services.
So frustrated drivers can put down their shovels and get back behind the wheel. Imperial Oil has been fined $120,000 after a wastewater spill at its Curl oil sands mine near Fort McMurray. Last year, Alberta's energy regulator laid 9 charges against the company in connection to the spill in 2023. More than 5 million litres of wastewater overflowed from a drainage pond. The company pleaded guilty to 1 charge while the others were dropped. Imperial Oil spent about $2 million remediating the area and said it has made equipment and training changes. The company was previously fined $50,000 for a wastewater spill at the same mine in 2022. A health warning has been issued for a beach area west of Edmonton. Alberta Health Services says the Camp Yowokas beach on the north side of Wabamun Lake has been elevated level of fecal bacteria. AHS says you should not swim, wade, or drink the water. Coming into contact with the water could lead to a stomach illness or skin, ear, and eye infections. The advisory is in effect until further notice. Work on the Yellowhead that was delayed by rainfall is scheduled to begin tonight. The Yellowhead will go down to 1 lane eastbound near 107th Street. The closure will begin at 10 p.m. and will last until 6 a.m. Monday, weather depending. Other closures in the area will continue through July. The closures are part of the Yellowhead Trail freeway conversion plan. All right, Josh, it's almost the weekend. How's the weather looking?
Well, good timing for fixing the road because after the weekend it gets wet again, but it does look sunny and warm for Saturday. Sunday, we're at 16 degrees downtown Edmonton right now. It's been a little breezy through the day. Right now, 20 gusting to about 35 kilometers per hour. It's even stronger, 30 gusting to 40 south of the city. We get to 17 degrees for a daytime high earlier today. We've been under mostly cloudy skies most of the day. You had some showers in parts of the Edmonton area, sort of mid to late morning. And then the sun tried to break through this afternoon. It just hasn't had a whole lot of success. That high of 17 is still 4 degrees cooler than average, but it is a degree warmer than yesterday. There's your breaks in the cloud. There's a bit more cloud cover that's going to slide in. This is going to be pretty thin cloud cover, I think, as it rolls in from the east-northeast. Back off to the west, you do have some showers, but those pose no chance of rolling into the Edmonton region. Look at this big twist here. So this is your upper level low. This is the cool, unsettled conditions we've had the past couple of days. If you look west, you're starting to see things move more west to east. There's a nice little upper ridge that's going to briefly ripple through over the weekend, and that'll bring back the sunshine and temperatures in the 20s. It's been a while since we've been in the 20s for daytime highs. Should get to about 22 with sunshine and light wind tomorrow. Even warmer on Sunday, and then early to middle part of next week, the cool air returns. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, why a federal MP is holding a town hall on Edmonton's local infill issues.
If my constituents, federal constituents, have a problem, I have a problem.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Edmonton's infill issue is getting the attention of a local member of parliament. Kerry Diot is hosting an infill-related town hall in Griesbaugh this weekend, even though he has no say over local zoning bylaws. CTV's Evan Kenny has more.
The never-ending conversation around controversial infills continues this weekend. Edmonton Griesbaugh Member of Parliament Kerry Diot is hosting a town hall tomorrow.
We've had a lot of people RSVP for this, which is good. I truly believe that people need to be heard on this.
The former Edmonton City Councillor no longer has a direct say on this municipal issue. However, Ottawa does spend money to help build new homes. Diot says he's acting as a mediator.
I want to bring people together and maybe find some solutions, because the way I look at it, if my constituents, federal constituents, have a problem, I have a problem.
One group against infills wants to see different levels of government work together on this issue. It's not against all infills, but it does have problems with certain kinds of developments.
People who live in the neighborhoods and who experience the day-to-day reality of what infill feels like, they feel the disconnect across those programs more than anyone.
Meanwhile, a pro-infill group believes this is not an MP's problem to solve.
It's really important that we take seriously the fact that local problems should be solved at a local level.
I plan to attend, and simply because I'm always willing and want to hear from residents, hear what they have to say. So for me, it's an opportunity to hear the folks.
The area's councillor is treating this as another opportunity to hear from people in her riding and has no issue with a federal official hosting the meeting. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
34 new officers and 2 K9s are officially joining the ranks of the Edmonton Police Service. The latest EPS recruit class had a grad ceremony today. The new officers will be working in Edmonton and Lacombe. 2 police dogs are also ready for duty. Pablo will work as a patrol service dog, while Kuma will be a human remain detection dog.
Due to the hard work between the dog and the handler, it's a long, strenuous summer, but to see them get to the end is gratifying for me.
Yeah, it's a surreal moment. Today I'm pretty excited with my classmates. We've been training for 6 months, and now we're excited to hit the streets.
Police say the new officers and K9 teams will play an important role in keeping Edmonton safe. Still to come tonight on CTV News, summer skiing. Some Alberta hills plan to remain open for a few more weeks. The province has approved a development plan for Fortress Mountain in Kananaskis Country with conditions. Developers want to turn the former ski resort into a year-round destination. The province says it has approved the concept stage. Before granting land rights, several conditions need to be met. That includes relocating the planned mountaintop restaurant to the base area. There also needs to be wildlife and fisheries surveys and environmental and emergency management plans. Adequate Indigenous consultation is also required. Banff Sunshine Village is reopening for a short summer ski season. The mountain says, thanks to a record season of snow, it still plans to open next Saturday, the 20th, until early July for 16 days of skiing. It will open 2 chairlifts if conditions allow. Sunshine Village says it will update its plans as it gets closer to the opening date, including which runs will be open. Well, they're talking about skiing in the mountains, Josh, but I'm sure you're looking forward to some golf this weekend, and you better make the most of it. It looks like this weekend might be our only chance at some nice weather.
Yeah, for a while. Most of next week's going to look a lot like this week. Back to cloudy, showery, cool weather. We'll get to that in a second. River Valley Skycam is brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. We're at 16 degrees. 17 will go down as the daytime high. You can see some shadows on the river there. There is a bit of sun that's trying to break through the clouds. We'll see a bit more of that in the coming days. 17's Fort McMurray, Cold Lake, 15 in Grand Prairie, Jasper, Red Deer, Calgary, all at 11. A little windy as well in Red Deer. Gusts have been up around 40 for most of the day. You've had 40 to 60 kilometer per hour gusts in east central Alberta, where I think it's going to be gusty again, not only tonight, but tomorrow. You'll see gusts to about 40 or 50 kilometers per hour in east central Alberta. Edmonton, Red Deer, areas off to the west-northwest. Wind should be fairly light for tomorrow and most Sunday as well in most of those areas. Scattered showers here off to the west. But you'll notice here in the Edmonton area, it looks like just a little bit of that thin cloud cover dropping back in on the backside of this upper trough. Watch the cool air in the greens start to sneak out of here. There's your upper ridge that's coming in. It doesn't really entrench itself over top of Alberta. It's mainly focused on BC, but it is going to kick out the gloomy conditions and bring in some warmer air. By Tuesday, though, it cools right off again. And so almost every single day next week has at least a chance of some showers, and you can see temperatures from Tuesday through Friday are going to be back in the mid to high teens. So a couple of days in the 20s, but then things change again. Here's your futurecast with that cloud cover overnight tonight. Then things start to move from west to east as that warmer air starts to press in. You get some sunshine tomorrow afternoon, maybe a bit of thin cloud cover Sunday morning. Most of Sunday, you're looking at mainly sunny skies. And then, yeah, especially across the northeast, but maybe even in the Edmonton area, you might see a really brief and isolated shower or thunderstorm pop up around the region late in the afternoon. 6 Fort McMurray, Cold Lake. 4 in Grand Prairie and Jasper tomorrow morning. We'll drop to about 8 degrees here in the city, back into the low 20s with some clearing late in the day across the northeast. You'll see that clearing a little earlier in the day. Back further to the west and northwest, 22s, 23s from Jasper up into the Peace Country. Highs of around 20. Red Deer, Lloydminster, Coronation, Red Deer by tomorrow afternoon. You should be under mainly sunny skies. Clouds will stick around a bit longer, though, in east central Alberta. Mostly cloudy through this evening. Mid-teens at 9 p.m., dropping to about 8 tomorrow morning. And then that cloud pushes out. We get to 22 and light wind with mainly sunny skies tomorrow afternoon. 25 on Sunday. We'll call it about a 15 to 20% chance. Very isolated. Most of the day, if not all of Sunday, it's going to be mainly sunny. This is a little better chance for some late day showers, thunderstorms on Monday. Still warm Monday, but as that ridge collapses and the upper ridge or the upper low comes back in, showers or periods of steady, heavy rain potentially on Wednesday, and more showers Thursday, Friday, as it'll be a cool and unsettled end to spring.
All right, Josh, thank you. A traveling exhibit now on display at Fort Edmonton Park is exploring the lasting impacts of the residential school system. Running for Their Lives was created by the Legacy of Hope Foundation. The exhibition explores both the history of residential schools and the ongoing impacts on Indigenous communities. It shares the stories of people who escaped and honors the people who died.
It's an opportunity to educate mainstream Canadians on our history so that we can create an environment where mainstream Canadians are a lot more empathetic and understanding to what we had to endure as First Peoples in Canada.
The exhibit is running until September 7th.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Pet lovers will be gathering at Buena Vista Park this weekend to celebrate the special bond between people and their furry friends. The Edmonton Humane Society is hosting their annual Pets in the Park Festival on Sunday. It features a range of entertainment like wiener dog races, a cat cafe, and a beer garden. Visitors can also enjoy food trucks and other family-friendly activities. It's the Humane Society's largest fundraiser of the year, and all the money goes directly to the animals.
So the festival kicks off with our Walk Run fundraiser. This year we're aiming to raise $34,000 in recognition of our 34th anniversary. And all of the funds that are raised go back into the programs that we offer at the Edmonton Humane Society. So taking care of the animals that come into our care, providing veterinary care, behavioral support, all of the things that they need to be able to move into their new families.
To register for the fundraiser or to donate, go to edmontonhumanesociety.com. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.